In this video, I am going to discuss the first topic of the subject engineering economy. Okay, let's define engineering economy. Engineering economy is the analysis and evaluation of the factors that will affect the economic success of engineering projects to the end that a recommendation can be made which will ensure the best use of capital. So, in the process, we will be using the different methods, different criteria in analyzing a certain project para we will have enough basis sa recommendation nato. So we'll be using different methods pag compare sa different options or alternatives so that we can come up with a good recommendation. So all throughout this subject, engineering economy, we will be dealing with this word or interest. Okay? Kung saan man interest. Okay? Uh, kung mahilig ka o kulam, familiar ka na word interest. So, sige. Interest is the amount of money paid for the use of borrowed capital. I think it's very simple, man. Or it's easy to understand this one. Is the money paid daw for the use of borrowed capital. Or is the income produced by money which has been loaned. So, depende kung asa ka, either the borrower, if you are the borrower or you are the lender. So, kung ikaw ang nag-borrow, mao na ang amount na ibayad nimo sa imong giborrow na kapital. Pero kung ikaw ang lender, mao na ang money na madawat nimo on top sa money nga giborrow sa imo. So first, money atong first topic. Simple interest. Simple interest is calculated using the principal only. So, ang ma-earn ng interest ani is ang principal lang. For example, pag mo borrow ka og 1,000 and then ang rate of interest is 10% per year, so pasabot na every year, mabayad yung interest na 1,000 every year na. Kaya ang 10% per year, dito lang man siya i-base sa principal na 1,000. So, first year, bayad ka 100 na interest. Following year, 100 and so on. 100 every year. So, simple interest. Simple ra po siya i-analyze. So, the formula is P times N times I. And I is the interest, P is the principal or present worth, N is number of interest periods, depende, per year or per annum, per month, it depends sa problem. And then I dayon rate of interest per interest period. So, per month, per year. But mostly, it's per year or per annum. That is why, dapat consistent ang unit sa N o I. Pag ang rate of interest is per annum or per year, dapat ang N na to is number of years po dyan. Yan na dapat. So, aside sa principal or present worth, we also have the future worth. And again, depende ni sa kung ikaw ang borrower or ikaw ang lender. So, ikaw ang borrower, mao ni ang ibayad nimo sa lender. Ang principal o ang interest nga na-accumulate. Okay? Within na period value. So, we have this equation. F is equal to P plus I. So, kung ikaw po ang lender, mo ni ang madawat nimo from somebody nga nag-borrow of money sa imo. So aside sa money nga gibaro sa imo, plus pa dayon sa total interest nga na-earn sa money nga gibaro. So F is equal to P plus I. And if you will substitute the expression of I, we have this one, P plus P times N plus I. And then if we factor out P, then our final expression is this, or equation, formula, sorry. F is equal to P quantity 1 plus Ni. So ang F there is our accumulated amount or future worth. Ano? Okay. Now, in computing for the interest, duha na siya. The first one is ordinary. Ordinary simple interest. Now, ang ordinary simple interest is computed on the basis of 12 months of 30 days each, or in a year, you have 360 days. Kaya average man just 30 days a month. Ordinary na. Okay. So, one interest period, bali in years ta, kung year ang ato interest period is equal to 360 days. Now, the other one is exact simple interest. So, exact simple interest is based on the exact number of days in a year. Based on the exact number of days in a year. So, which means na, pag ordinary year, 365 days, and pag leap year, 366 days. So, kaya ang February na 29. So, one interest period, 365 pag ordinary, 366 pag leap year. So, the question now is, how do we know if it is a leap year or not? Saon pagkabalo? So, mo ni ato ang guide na to. First is, the year must be divisible by 4. Okay. Dapat divisible by 4 sa. Or, para mas dali, just consider the last 2 digits. Pag divisible by 4 sa, ayan, i-consider itong first 2 digits. Ang last 2 digits lang. Karon 2021. So, 21 divided by 4 is na may decimal. So, dili siya exact, no? So, dili siya leap year. So, example ani, 1996. Bali, if you divide 96 by 4, divided by 96 over 4, that's 24. So, leap year siya. 2020, 2020 divided by 4, you have 5. So, exact man, leap year. And ang second thing you need to know is this. A year that is evenly divisible by 100. Example is kini. Divisible by 100 is 1900. Okay, if you divide this by 100, exact man, 19, di ba? So, katong mga year nga nag-end og 00, or what we call a century year, if ang century year is considered a leap year only if it is also divisible by 400. So, aside na divisible siya by 100, divisible by 4 po siya. Bali, after i-divide mo 100, ang resulta, dapat ma-divide sa doog 4. Example, 1900. After ni siya i-divide og 100, 1900 divided by 100 is 19. I-divide ni mo siya og 4, dili man siya exact. That's 3.75 man. So, dili siya leap year. So, dire, pag century year, dili siya na mag-focus sa first 2 digits. Pag dili century year, like this one, dili sa century year, dili ta mag-focus sa last 2 digits. Pero pag century year, dili ta sa first 2 digits. Pag divisible by 4 siya, and leap year siya. Pero pag dili sa leap year. Okay. Example, year 2000, 20 divided by 4, 5 man, exact man. So, leap year ang 2000. Pero kung hingga na 2100, dili siya leap year. Okay. Ang reason ani is this. Okay? I will try to explain and I hope na ma-subtile sa inyo. One complete revolution sa Earth around the Sun is 365 and 1/4 days, di ba? Pero dili man sa exact nga 365 and 1/4 days. Or sa decimal lang, 365.25. Mao na ang gi-assume. Therefore, katong 0.25, pag multiply mo tog 4, mahimo siyang 1 day. Mao na siya na every 4 years, naman tayo additional na 1 day, dito siya i-add sa February, kay 28 raman to. So, ang February, mahimo ng 29 days. Now, but in reality, ang total time daw sa pag-orbit sa Earth around the Sun is dili siya exact na 365.25. The actual value daw is 365.2422. So, na-difference na 0.0078 days. Therefore, katong 0.25, pag multiply nimo og 4 ato 1 day. Ang katong 1 day na nag-i-add ay every 4 years, sobra to siya. Dapat ang gi-add lang unta is 0.2422 times 4. So less than 1 day unta ang ma-add. Pero round off siya og 1 day ba. So kung imong gid siya kung ato siya i-compute jud, katong difference sa 0.25 o 0.2422, which is 0.0078 days. Pag i-convert to nimo, that's 11 minutes. So 11 minutes times 4 years, 44 or 45 minutes. Meaning, every 4 years, nanubra ta og 45 minutes sa gi-add na to. Kay dili man siya exact na 1 day gid ang ma-add. It's less than 1 day dapat. Dapat na aras 23 hours and 15 minutes. So, ang gihimo is katong 11 minutes per year na sobra kay supposed to be 0.2422 man ang excess at 65. Tapos round off siya to 0.25. So katong 11 minutes na 11 minutes is 0.0078 days times 24 hours times 60 minutes. Na siya 11 na. Katong 11 minutes, pag i-multiply nimo to siya og 400 years, ang result siya og 3.1 something days. So i-run off na to 3 days. Naata exist na 3 days for every 400 years. So ang gihimo is magdeduct tag 1 day per 100. So katong 3 days, like example, 2000 leap year. 2100, instead na i-leap year siya, minus na to og dili na to i-consider na leap year para ang katong 3 days na exist, makuha to siya 1 day. So ang 3 days na exist, ang 1 day ato i-deduct to siya every century year. So ang 2100, 2200, 2300, maski divisible siya by 4, dili siya i-consider na leap year para i-offset tong 3 days na excess. Bali accumulated bitaw na 11 minutes per year na sobra. Pag multiply sa 400 years, hindi mo siyang 3 days. So gi-offset ang 1 day per 100 years. That is why that explains this second condition. Pag hindi siya divisible by 400, dili siya consider na leap year. Okay. So I hope na mo idea gamay kung anong inanel. Nganong dili sa leap year na maski divisible by 4 lang. Okay, let's proceed. Let us solve a simple problem just to illustrate how uh, simple interest is computed. Okay, first problem. What is the annual rate of interest if 265 pesos is earned in 4 months on an investment of 15,000 pesos? Given P is 15,000, interest 625 in 4 months, and what is required is the annual rate of interest I. So, since the annual rate of interest, so meaning per annum, no? So, we have to convert into years. So, convert interest period from months to years. And since wala mentioned there, we will treat this one as ordinary na simple interest. 4 months, ano, 1 year, 12 months, automatic lang average. I mean, 1 year, 12 months. So we have 1/3 year. So after this, ready na tayo compute sa I. We have this formula, and then we'll substitute values 625 equals principal 15,000 in 1/3 and then I. And then using your calculator, the annual rate of interest is 0.053. Or if converted to percent, then we have 5.3%. I think it's very simple. Most na siyang simple interest kay simple ra po sa kaon. This one, determine the exact simple interest on 5,000 pesos for the period from January 15 to November 28, 1992. If the rate of interest is 22%. So given principal 5,000, rate of interest 22%, required is the exact simple interest. Ang N, although given ang period, pero we still have to solve. So let's determine N kay exact man eh. Yeah. Determine the number of days from January 15 to November 28. Okay. So January, we have 16 days. 16 days because since nag-start siya from January 15, ang day 1 ana will be January 16 na. From 15 to 16, that's day 1. So kung i-count nimo, 16 is day 1 and then 17 up to 31, that's day 16. You can manually count, ha? So dili ka mag-start sa 15. O kaya ang day 1 mo na from 15 to 16 man. So 16 na ka mo count og day 1. So for February, either 28 or 29. Di ba? So now, saan na to? Let's determine if 1992 is a leap year or not so that we will know kung ila ka days ang February. Again, as I have said a while ago, dili tayo mag-focus sa last two digits. 92 divided by 4. That's 23, di ba? Therefore, leap year. Kaya 92 divided by 4 is whole number man. Exact man siya. Why decimal? So, leap year siya. So, ang February na to, 29 days. Now, for the other months, are you familiar with the knuckle mnemonic? Ini? Pwede na mahimo na itong thesis. We have some. Na katong matunong sa bukog, 31 days to. Tapos pag dili, 30 days. Except lang sa February. 28 pag ordinary, 29 pag leap year. So, March 31, April 30, and so on. So, March, April, May, June, July. July and August, are the only 2 months na sunod siya, 31. So, August 31, September 30, October 31, until November 28 lang. So, i-add na tanan from 16 up to 28. We have 318 days. So, next is i-convert niya siya to years. 318 days, and since leap year siya, and we will use 366 days. And the result is this one, 53 over 61 year. And finally, we can now solve for the exact simple interest. This is the formula, and we can now substitute those values P, N, and I. And the result is this. So the exact simple interest is 955.74 pesos. Okay, so I hope that you have learned something from this short video. And I think ang need nimo na i-master ani is and on this one, the exact simple interest. Make sure that you can identify correctly if the year is a leap year or an ordinary year, and then you can determine correctly the total number of days in a year. And you can use the nakol mnemonic para mo help sa imo pag-determine sa number of days. So, thank you for watching.